Hello and welcome. I'd like to talk to you about how to be a leader in the modern world. I want to make it clear before we start that I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. That has nothing to do with me or anyone else. It's up to you to make the most of your life, which is yours to live. The program you're about to start is not a bunch of niceties, cliches, or Pollyanna-style positivity. Instead, it's the result of over 20 years of study on one question: why do some people do so well in life while so many others don't? The first thing we need to talk about is the magic word, which is the most important word for how things turn out in life. The word for this is attitude. It's how we feel about life that will decide how life feels about us. It's important to remember that we make our own lives, and that the way our lives turn out depends on how we feel. For instance, a person who doesn't like learning won't learn much until they change how they feel about it. Most of the time, we won't do something if we think we can't do it. If we think we're going to fail, we might not even try. So, it's clear that our general attitude has a lot to do with what we get out of life and what we achieve or don't achieve. We are more likely to succeed in life if we have a positive "I can do it" attitude than if we have a negative "I can't." So attitude is the magic word that can change our lives. It's up to us to have a good attitude about life and all the problems it brings. We can be the best in the current world if we have the right attitude. William James, a renowned philosopher and psychologist from Harvard University, once said that the greatest discovery of his generation was that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. This is a wonderful realization because it means that we have a measure of control over our own lives. Before we talk about our attitude toward the world, it's important to discuss our attitude toward ourselves. The attitude we take toward ourselves is what ultimately determines our attitude toward the world. It's a strange fact that we tend to take ourselves for granted because we're so familiar with ourselves. We tend to minimize our own abilities and the goals we can achieve. We also tend to believe that others can accomplish things in our field that we cannot. As a result of this defensive, doubtful attitude toward ourselves, many people live narrow, darkened, and frustrated lives. They oppose change and see it as a threat rather than an opportunity for growth and fulfillment. However, the truth is that change is the one thing in life on which we can absolutely count. Those who stay young all their lives not only welcome change, but see it for what it really is: a new opportunity, a chance for further fulfillment. Attitude is a reflection of a person's will, and it's incalculably powerful. It can bring about marvelous results for us, but we need to train it patiently day by day. We need to develop a positive, can-do attitude toward ourselves and the world around us. With the right attitude, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. The attitude of successful people is a fascinating subject to explore, and William James's assertion that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind is undoubtedly true. Successful people, who constitute the top 5% of individuals who go from one success to another, have a particular kind of attitude towards themselves and life that sets them apart from the rest. They possess a strong belief in their ability to accomplish what they set out to do, and they approach life with a healthy and positive attitude. These individuals come from all walks of life and are involved in professions, from sales, business, and executive positions, to the armed forces, public service, and religion. They are students, working men and women, wives and mothers. However, what sets them apart from others is their unwavering belief in their ability to succeed. They expect more good out of life than bad, and they believe that they can accomplish their goals. Successful people possess an attitude towards themselves that is characterized by a healthy self-esteem, confidence, and a positive outlook. They believe that there is no good reason why they cannot be competent and successful in their endeavors. They also have a healthy attitude towards failure, seeing it as an opportunity to learn and improve rather than a setback. One of the remarkable things about successful people is that they come to be called successful, outstanding, brilliant, lucky, and a host of other accolades, even though they are not necessarily more intelligent or outstanding than the people around them. What sets them apart is their attitude towards themselves and life, which enables them to achieve remarkable things with ease. They do not see obstacles or challenges as insurmountable, but rather as opportunities to grow and develop. The attitude of successful people is not limited to their professional lives. It permeates all aspects of their lives, including their personal relationships, health, and well-being. They approach everything they do with a can-do attitude and expect positive outcomes. Their mindset is one of abundance, which allows them to see opportunities where others see only challenges. Therefore, the attitude of successful people is a powerful force that enables them to achieve remarkable things in their personal and professional lives. They're unwavering in their ability to succeed. Healthy self-esteem and positive outlook set them apart from the rest. They see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, and obstacles as opportunities to overcome. By developing the right attitude towards themselves and life, anyone can achieve success and live their best life. The importance of attitude cannot be overstated. People who are successful, regardless of their field or background, all have one thing in common: the right attitude. They approach life with a healthy attitude towards themselves, and as a result, towards the things they want to achieve. They take the attitude that they can accomplish what they set out to accomplish, that there's no good reason why they can't be competent and successful. They expect more good out of life than bad, and they expect to succeed more than they fail. This mindset makes them resilient to failures and setbacks. Even when they fail at something, they shrug it off and head right out again. Successful people come in all shapes and sizes and have widely varying degrees of intelligence and background. They are not necessarily more brilliant or outstanding than the majority of the people by whom they're surrounded. What sets them apart is their attitude. They have developed the right attitude towards themselves and towards life, and they find their accomplishments not too difficult, and many times surprisingly easy. The world we live in is impersonal and does not care whether we change or not. However, adopting a good, healthy attitude towards life can make a huge difference in our lives. Our environment is really a mirror of our mental attitude. If we don't like our environment, we have to change our attitude first. It would be impossible to estimate the number of jobs lost, promotions missed, sales not made, and marriages ruined by poor attitudes. But we can number in the millions the jobs which are held but hated, the marriages which are tolerated but unhappy. All because of people who are waiting for the world and others to change towards them, instead of being big enough and wise enough to make a test, which will prove where most, or at least a big part of the trouble lies. Studies made of the lives of successful people have shown that they radiate confidence and assurance. They expect success, and they get success. You can spot these people by the way they walk, by the way they look and act. They have about them the attitude of success, which makes them stand out in a crowd. And so, attitude plays a crucial role in our lives. We should take the attitude that there are a lot more why we can have what we want than there are reasons why we cannot. We should set out to earn it, go after it, work at it, and ask for it. If we adopt a healthy attitude towards ourselves and towards life, we will achieve remarkable things and come to be called successful, outstanding, brilliant, lucky, and a lot of other things. The quote from the record Greener Pastures contains a powerful message about the role of attitude in achieving success. The author emphasizes that it is essential to adopt a positive and expectant attitude towards life in order to achieve one's goals. The author suggests that one way to form a good attitude habit is to begin acting as though you already have a positive attitude. This means walking, acting, and looking as if you belong to a group of successful people. The author goes on to say that if you're already in the top 5% of your field, you'll understand the importance of having a positive attitude. However, if you've never tried it, the author encourages you to do so and promises that you'll be amazed at what happens. The author believes that actions trigger feelings, and feelings trigger actions. So by behaving like a successful person, you'll begin to feel like one. The author also provides a test to prove that a good attitude can change a person's life dramatically. The test involves walking from a darkened room into the bright, clear light of day. The author believes that this simple act is a metaphor for the power of attitude. Just as walking into the light can transform a darkened room, adopting a positive attitude can transform a person's life. Finally, the author shares a quote that underscores the importance of attitude in life. The quote suggests that life is only dull, or interesting, or successful to the extent that people make it so. In other words, people who have a positive and expectant attitude towards life are more likely to experience success and fulfillment than those who do not. So, the message in the quote from Greener Pastures is clear. Adopting a positive and expectant attitude towards life is essential to achieving success and fulfillment. By acting as though you already possess this attitude, you can form a habit that will help you achieve your goals and transform your life. The idea presented here is that in order to achieve success, one must first adopt a successful attitude. This means becoming mentally and emotionally aligned with the outcome one desires. The example of the successful restaurateur, who was already successful in his mind even when he was sleeping on park benches, illustrates this point. His attitude of success was already deeply ingrained within him before he achieved tangible rewards of success. The message here is that success is not just about external factors such as luck or circumstances, but it is also about our internal state of mind. If we have a positive and optimistic attitude, we are more likely to attract good things and opportunities into our lives. This is the principle of the law of attraction, which states that our thoughts and emotions have a powerful influence on what we attract into our lives. The author suggests that we should start acting, looking, and feeling successful even before we achieve success. This means cultivating an attitude of success and expecting good things to happen. This can be a challenge for some people who may have limiting beliefs or negative self-talk. However, by adopting a positive mindset, we can shift our thinking and beliefs and start to attract more positive outcomes into our lives. Ultimately, the message is that success is not just about luck or circumstances, but it is also about the mindset we bring to the table. By adopting a successful attitude, we can achieve our goals and lead a fulfilling life. If you want to see a significant improvement in your life, there's a test that has been scientifically proven to work. All you need to do is to follow it conscientiously for the next 30 days without fail. By doing so, you can join a small group of happy and productive people who have already experienced amazing results. It doesn't matter how good your attitude has been in the past, there's always room for improvement. Small refinements upon something already good can make it great. So here's the test. For the next 30 days, act towards the world, everything, and everyone with whom you come in contact, with the attitude that represents the kind of results you want to achieve. For instance, if you want to be more successful in what you're doing, act as though you are already in possession of the success you seek. If you want others to treat you with admiration and respect, treat others with admiration and respect first. If you stick with this test for 30 days, you will find yourself becoming lucky, and most of your problems will pretty well take care of themselves. The results will be nothing short of amazing. You may not have realized it, but every person you interact with also believes that they are the most important person in the world. This is true for every human being on Earth. So, for the next 30 days, try treating every person you come across as if they are the most important person in the world. This means giving them your full attention, listening to them attentively, and valuing their opinions and thoughts. Treating everyone in this way is important not only because it is the right way to treat others, but also because it can help you form a habit that will bring you amazing and delightful results for the rest of your life. When you treat others with respect and kindness, you are likely to receive the same treatment in return. This can lead to better relationships, improved communication, and ultimately, more happiness and success in your personal and professional life. So, try it out and see the positive impact it has on yourself and those around you. If you were already at the top of your game, the top of your organization, the top of your industry, it's not a coincidence that the people who are successful, who have achieved great things, are often the most approachable, kind, and generous individuals. They understand that success is not just about personal achievement, but also about the relationships and connections they make along the way. When you have a positive attitude, people are naturally drawn to you. They want to work with you, do business with you, and be around you. This is because a good attitude is contagious. It creates a positive environment where everyone feels supported and encouraged to do their best. So, for the next 30 days, make a conscious effort to treat others with the same kindness and respect that you want to be treated with. This means treating your spouse as the most important person in your life, your children as the precious individuals they are, and everyone you meet with the same level of respect and attention you would give to someone at the top of your field. The key here is to approach each interaction with a positive mindset. Instead of focusing on what you can get out of the interaction, focus on what you can give. When you approach others with the intention of helping them, of making their day a little bit better, you'll find that people are much more receptive to your ideas and much more willing to work with you. Remember, a good attitude is not something you have to be born with. It's something that can be developed through conscious effort and practice. By taking the time to focus on your attitude for the next 30 days, you'll be building a habit that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Not only will you find that people are more willing to work with you, but you'll also feel better about yourself and the world around you. If you were the most successful human being on earth, you would understand the power of developing a habitual attitude. You would recognize that when a person consistently acts with a positive and productive attitude, they have already placed themselves on the path to success. You would know that this kind of attitude places a person in the top 5% of individuals in any country. By cultivating this positive attitude, a person is preparing the ground and planting the seed for their success. They are making themselves a magnet, an embodiment of the very things they seek. It is like the process of casting metal into a desired shape. The mold, or the expectant receptacle, must be fashioned first. Similarly, before building a structure, the excavation and foundation must be laid. In order to achieve the kind of life a person wants, they must become the kind of individual they wish to be. They must think, act, talk, walk, and conduct themselves in all their affairs as the person they wish to become. Once a person becomes that individual, the things that person would have and do will naturally come to them. Almost immediately, a change will be noticed in the individual's life. Irritations that used to frustrate and annoy will disappear. When someone gives them a hard time, they will stay on track and not let the negative behavior affect them. If someone cuts in front of them with their car, or behaves in a discourteous manner, the person with a positive attitude will not drop to their level. They will not seek revenge or engage in negative behavior. Instead, they will continue to act with kindness and respect. It's important to remember that the company we keep can greatly impact our lives. People with negative attitudes tend to attract negative experiences and belong to a group that a person may not want to associate with. By acting with a positive attitude, a person separates themselves from this negative group and begins to attract positive experiences and people into their lives. So, for the next 30 days, try to act with the kind of attitude that you want to see in others. Treat your spouse, children, and everyone you meet as if they are the most important person on earth. With consistent effort, this positive attitude will become habitual, and you will notice a positive change in your life. It's a universal truth that every human being has a deep-seated desire to feel valued and important. This need is not restricted to any particular gender or age group, but rather it is a fundamental need that every individual has. From the time we are born, we crave attention and affection from those around us, and this need only intensifies as we grow older. Think about it. How do you feel when someone ignores you, belittles you, or makes you feel insignificant? It hurts, doesn't it? On the other hand, when someone treats you with respect and kindness, acknowledges your efforts, and makes you feel important, it feels great, doesn't it? This is a feeling that we all crave and seek in our personal and professional relationships. Now, if we take this concept and apply it to business, it becomes even more apparent. As consumers, we are more likely to do business with someone who treats us with respect, values our opinions, and makes us feel important. We are more likely to buy from a company whose representatives take the time to listen to us and understand our needs, rather than one that treats us like just another customer. Similarly, in the workplace, Employees are more likely to be loyal and committed to an organization that values and respects them, recognizes their contributions, and provides opportunities for growth and development. When employees feel valued and respected, they are more likely to go above and beyond their job requirements, resulting in increased productivity and job satisfaction. Therefore, it's essential to understand that the key to success in any relationship, be it personal or professional, is to make the other person feel important, needed, and respected. By doing so, we create a positive environment where people are more likely to cooperate, collaborate, and work towards common goals. We can build long-lasting relationships that are built on trust, mutual respect, and a sense of belonging. In conclusion, the feeling of being important is a basic human need that every individual seeks. When we make others feel valued and respected, we create a positive environment that fosters healthy relationships and ultimately leads to success in all aspects of life.